before the compass found north in the sand. I was pressure, dust, and fire without a name. No crown, no witness, no terrestrial language. Just mineral memory, waiting for a planet. Yeah. Yeah. Born where the protoplanetary furnace spun. Silicate scripture getting written near a younger son. The Christian packed the matrix, primitive matter combined, and thermal metamorphism redesigned every line. Type 6 texture, equilibrium in the grain. Chondrite rules blurred like fingerprints erased by flame, but crystallized fabric, boundaries interlocked. To lithic time capsule welded deep inside the rock. Low iron ordinary, still extraordinary. Olivine architecture built a billion-year diary. Firelight 24.3 in the code. Corrosive light 21.4 held the load. Orthopyroxene talking through polarized light. Plagioclase caught heat through the parent body night. Troilite beside metal, chromite guarding the frame. Every phase had a purpose before Earth knew my name. Then collision brought percussion, cataclysm in the crust. Hypervelocity, judgment turned tranquility to dust. S5 branded scars through a once coherent zone. Pressure made a microphone from an asteroid bone. Read these blackened veins, that is impact calligraphy. Blast threading stone like a buried biography. I never needed lungs to make history breathe. My fractures kept receipts for what the void did to me. No myth in the matrix, no fiction in the slice. Every planar feature paid a gigapascal price. You call damage weakness, microscopy disagrees. I turn catastrophic force into mineral expertise. A shock pulse cut the tether, sent debris beyond home. Fresh meteoroid status, 50 million years alone. Cosmogenic neon, counting distance without clocks. Galactic rays kept drumming on the shielding of the rock. Helium held echoes, argon marked a reset. Krypton stayed quiet, xenon carried ancient debt. Component Q concealed in microscopic vaults. Solar wind signature survived the violent faults. 500 million years back, radiogenic hand spun. An Ordovician collision made the isotopic clocks run. 4, he whispered 485 through the mass. 40R answered 504 from the past. Not prophecy, geochemistry testing every claim. Isotopic ratios putting time stamps on the pain. Space gave no applause, only vacuum in exposure. Yet each particle strike made the testimony bolder. I crossed orbital darkness with no engine map or guide. A co-ballistic pilgrim with the furnace locked inside. Then gravity been rhythm, blue rapid sphere ahead. One planet raised the needle, my trajectory turned red. Bioshock, ablation. All nights there around me. Velocity became heat. Heat became a boundary. Fusion crust forming while the outer surface bled. A charcoal thin signature where incandescent layers fled. Fragmentation, thunder rolled across the desert sky. Not a star making wishes, solid evidence passing by. January 8th, 2001, the descent was seen. Southeastern Tunisia split the silence with the beam. Coordinate stamp where the Stroom field met the ground. 32 north, 10 east, extraterrestrial sound. First came scattered masses, separate chapters from the fall. Then additional pieces, answered searches through it all. 19 kilograms entered the terrestrial account. Yet cosmic worth was never something scales could fully count. Weather in grade 0, hardly altered by the land. Fresh extraterrestrial chemistry resting in the sand. No rust written disguise, no centuries underground. Just arrival still resonating from the atmospheric ground. They cut a pilot section, let transmitted light invade. Petrographic truth appeared where hidden structure stayed. Shock melt filaments cross the equilibrated host. Dark capillaries mapping every long departed ghost. Now the specimen speaks without a tongue or face. Magnetic susceptibility gives metal content weight. Log J 5.01, precision over lore. A decimal can hit harder than a legend ever scored. L6 in the ledger, but the label is a door. Open it, metamorphism, noble gases impact core. Ordinary is taxonomy, never measure above the tail. Common class, uncommon voyage, cosmic truth without a veil. 19 kilograms recovered, countless epochs preserved. WL on the surface, S5 in the nerves. Not fallen from heaven, delivered from history.